In this video, we are going to talk about 10 most famous people in prison right now. So before starting this video, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for the future updates. Number 10. Harvey Weinstein. In October 2017, the New York Times and the New Yorker disclosed multiple sexual harassment and assault charges against Harvey Weinstein, destroying his Hollywood empire. The discoveries sparked the Me Too movement, which led to many others reporting misconduct. More than 100 women accused Weinstein of harassment or assault, some dating back to 1980. This resulted to various criminal indictments against the producer in New York and Los Angeles. He received 23 years in New York and 16 years in Los Angeles in 2020 and 2021, respectively. We expect him to serve both terms independently. Number 9. R. Kelly. Former R&B musician R. Kelly faced multiple sexual assault charges throughout his career. A 2002 released video showed Kelly having inappropriate contact with a juvenile, leading to his incarceration. He was acquitted in 2008. His judgment day came after more than a decade. The 2019 Lifetime docuseries Surviving R. Kelly, which includes accuser testimonies, revived the case. Kelly was arrested shortly after and charged with federal and state crimes. He is spending 31 years and will be released in December 2045. Number 8. Jared Fogle. Jared Fogle portrayed the brand of the restaurant chain Subway for 15 years. Fogle asserted that he had lost about 250 pounds in a year by following a diet primarily consisting of Subway sandwiches. Nevertheless, his affiliation with the team terminated in 2015. When the FBI investigated Fogle's house that year, they found proof that he had received and disseminated pornographic photos and films of children. Additionally, he acknowledged crossing state borders to have illicit relations with a minor. Fogle was given a sentence of 15 years and 8 months in jail instead of the maximum 50 years after agreeing to a plea deal. In 2029, he can be released early. Number 7. Josh Duggar. The lives of Michelle and Jim Bob Duggar, as well as the title implies, their 19 children, were the subject of the TLC reality series 19 Kids and Counting. Up until its sudden cancellation in 2015 due to some very surprising disclosures, the show was a big success. Josh Duggar, the oldest kid, acknowledged acting inappropriately toward young females, including some of his own sisters. But as the statute of limitations had expired, Duggar was not prosecuted. Due to his receipt and possession of obscene material concerning minors, Duggar was placed under arrest in 2021. He chose to contest the accusations in court, whereby he was ultimately convicted. Duggar was given a term of roughly 13 years in prison. His earliest anticipated release date is 2032. Number 6. Elizabeth Holmes. Elizabeth Holmes launched the healthcare technology startup Theranos in 2003 with the goal of transforming blood testing. Holmes garnered almost $1 billion from investors by claiming that her machine, the Edison, was an extraordinary device that could do numerous tests with just a few drops of blood. Nevertheless, it was eventually discovered that Theranos intentionally misled investors and that its technology did not function as promised. Holmes was accused of numerous charges of wire fraud and conspiracy to commit wire fraud in June 2018. Number 5. Oscar Pistorius. Oscar Pistorius, also known as the Blade Runner, created history by utilizing carbon fiber prosthetics to compete in both the Paralympic and Olympic Games. On Valentine's Day 2013, Pistorius shot and killed his girlfriend Reva Steenkamp in his Pretoria, South Africa, home, ending his career as a world-class athlete. The former athlete claimed that he had shot her in self-defense after mistaking her for an intruder. He was nevertheless given a 5-year prison sentence after being found guilty of culpable homicide. Prosecutors upgraded Pistorius' conviction to murder after he filed an appeal, and his sentence was subsequently doubled to 13 years and 5 months. A parole board rejected his request for an early release in March 2023. Number 4. Julian Assange. The US government has been attempting for years to extradite Australian activist and journalist Julian Assange so he can be charged with espionage. Assange, the creator of WikiLeaks, originally came to light in 2010 by releasing a number of top-secret military and diplomatic papers from the United States. He was accused of sexual assault in Sweden in the same year, and an arrest warrant was issued for him. In order to evade extradition to Sweden, Assange ran away from custody in London in 2012 and applied for refuge at the Ecuadorian embassy. He stayed there until 2019, when Ecuador withdrew him refuge, at which point he was detained by British authorities. Number 3. Danny Masterson. Actor Danny Masterson of That 70s Show was the subject of allegations of sexual assault stretching back to the early 2000s that began in March 2017. Although Masterson refuted the allegations, he lost his job at his agency and was sacked from the Netflix series The Ranch. Similar to Masterson, some of his purported victims were also followers of the Church of Scientology, and upon coming forward, they claimed to have been persecuted by the organization. Masterson's initial court case resulted in a mistrial. Number 2. Joe Exotic. Joe Exotic is a controversial zookeeper and businessman who rose to international prominence after appearing in the hugely popular Netflix series Tiger King. The episode featured a fierce competition between animal rights activist Carole Baskin and Exotic, among other things. Exotic allegedly paid hitmen to have Baskin killed because the two's relationship was so tense. He was also charged with violating federal wildlife rules by allegedly killing 5 tigers and selling others across state borders. A federal jury found 17 defendants guilty of animal cruelty and 2 of attempted murder for hire in 2019. Exotic received a 22-year prison term. Only a year was taken off his sentence following his conviction appeal. Number 1. Suge Knight. West Coast hip-hop culture was greatly influenced by Suge Knight, who was a co-founder of Death Row Records. However, his run-ins with the law increased in tandem with his rise in power. While filming the NWA biopic Straight Outta Compton in 2015, Terry Carter and CLE Bone Sloan, 2 males, and Knight got into a fight. It is said that he ran over Carter and Sloan with a pickup truck, killing Carter and seriously injuring Sloan. Knight was first accused by the authorities of murder and attempted murder, but he subsequently entered a plea of not guilty to voluntary manslaughter. He was sentenced to 28 years in prison in 2018 and will be able to apply for release in 2034. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go. Thanks for watching.